Hello everyone, thank you for watching. My name is Nefertiti and you can find my information in the description box below. This is an energy update for the week beginning on March 17th, 2020. I know that's a Tuesday, and I thank you so much for your patience as I am still kind of recovering from what I have been told by my spirit team is an upgrade, a chakra upgrade. So I've had some physical symptoms and I've been resting and trying to adjust to life here in the Bay Area, where we're currently on a shelter in place order, which I understand is one step below martial law. But basically we are restricted in our travel and how we can move about in our daily life. Businesses are closed, schools are closed, and we are encouraged to stay indoors. But I've seen some articles that have said we should go out and walk and exercise and things like that, but to stay at least 6 feet away from people. So banks are open, stores are open, I think auto shops and hospitals, of course, EMT, fire, sanitation, police, but everyone else has been asked to either work from home or stay at home. And yeah, this is definitely a challenge for a lot of people. A lot is going on in the world. We're definitely feeling the impact here of the coronavirus in the Bay Area because we've had the majority of the cases here. It's been interesting, people's response, but we have to remember that awakenings require a catalyst for the shift. And this is a horrible thing that we're going through. We also have to understand that we are living on a planet with nefarious energies in high places. And these individuals have the ability to create situations such as this one in society, even though we as light warriors know that these events are always used for our highest good. It's still very challenging for us to make these adjustments, to really now feel the energy of the collective waking up, because they're starting to understand what we've known for a long time, that we're dealing with a spiritual warfare, first of all, and we have to be ready for things to happen like this. We have been talking about 2020 for a long time. I've been hearing about 2020 myself since 2012. But as I mentioned, all awakenings require a trigger. And I know a lot of readers have been talking about March 2020, you know, like Aluna Ash and other spiritual YouTubers for several years. Do not buy into the fear. We all know that fear and creating a lot of misunderstanding, putting out a lot of bad news and confusion is a part of the weaponry, if you will, the energetic weaponry that darkness uses to keep people confused. We get viruses and bacteria and weird illnesses every year. I talked about this in my last video. And thousands of people die of other diseases and ailments all the time. We can allow these types of situations to encourage us to level up in all areas of our life, like physically, practicing good hygiene, taking care of our bodies, making sure that we are staying hydrated and eating more plants. Mentally, not buying into the fear, turning off the news, trusting your intuition and following it. Always making sure that you are focused on what you want as best you possibly can and not on what you don't want. Spiritually, trusting in divine timing, trusting in all of the messages that you've heard. If you're watching a video like this, Chances are you've watched other videos along these lines for a while now, and you've been hearing the messages. We knew this time was coming. We knew that there was going to be some sort of shift in March 2020 specifically, but all year we're going to be experiencing catalysts, changes, adjustments, things that we have to get accustomed to as we build this new life. And it's not going to be easy. Nobody promised us this journey would be easy. It's going to be messy at times because there's going to be upheaval involved, and it's truly a time of survival of the fittest. So emotionally, what you can do to support yourself is practicing self-love. No matter what's going on, no matter what may be happening in your outside circumstances, that's revealing to you who you really are. Because as James Allen said, circumstances do not make the man or the woman, they reveal them to themselves. Circumstances reveal who you are. And you're only going to be able to be successful, truly successful, if you can adapt to changes. It doesn't matter how smart you are. It doesn't matter how much money you have. If you can adapt to changes, you will be all right. That is the key. And have intentions of making the adjustments and shifts, because you see, okay, this is working, this is not working. In a time such as this, where we're being asked to stay indoors, are you prepared? Do you have food on hand? Have you saved money? Right? I'll say it again. Are you taking care of your physical body? Because this is what's carrying you through this journey. And people who have declining health already, people who are suffering from chronic diseases already, are more susceptible to the severity of the coronavirus. Most people recover. I think over 85%, 90% of people make a full recovery from the coronavirus. But there are those people who unfortunately will perish. And we have to understand that. A lot of astrologers have been predicting a recession as well. I've been hearing that for the past 2 years. So now that the businesses are closed, the schools are closed, yeah, that's a possibility. But remember, as long as you stay connected to spirit and trust your intuition and follow it, you will be all right. There is not a shortage of anything on this planet. We have everything that we need. But we've bought into the lie, that scarcity lie. But now all of that is going to be revealed, uncovered. Remember that this too shall pass. As per the law of rhythm, according to the Hermetic principle, things ebb and flow. The pendulum swings right and it swings left. This is the only way that we're going to evolve and grow as a species, is if we experience challenges. We're here to learn lessons based on these experiences, but we're not supposed to own them and be totally manipulated, inundated, and stopped on our path. When bad things happen, these are just events. These are not who we are. We are powerful creators, but we are not exempt from life's challenges. On some level, we know that everything is going to be all right, even if things seem crazy around us. So let's use our positive vibes to help ourselves, our family, the collective. I've been meditating to 741 hertz to really help clear this energy, this virus, out of the collective, out of the energy in my immediate environment. So I'm encouraging people to make their spiritual practices a top priority, no exceptions. Let's move on to the astrology. On March 16th, Mercury moved into Pisces, out of shadow. Communications are going to get more gentle and intuitive, which is needed at this time. We're going to definitely need the creative solutions that Mercury and Pisces can provide, and having these sensitive talks, especially right now with everything going on. Making decisions on this scale are challenging, and things are changing daily, so we must stay informed but detached and not inundated. On March 19th, the sun is going to move into Aries, and this is the astrological Happy New Year. This is also the spring equinox, energy for new starts, living in the moment and making decisions based on the circumstances. Remember what I said earlier, circumstances reveal you. Being bold, courageous, and taking action, doing what needs to be done. So this is very supportive energy of us really tapping into our individual power, knowing that we are the ones that are going to create the change that we need to see in our world and in the world at large. The sun is also going to be making a sextile to Saturn in Capricorn, soon to be moving into Aquarius. So this is going to help us be more disciplined and creating these new structures, because we have to, right? Patience, perseverance, and getting through these difficult tasks. We have what it takes to do what we need to do. This is also about us working in cooperation with authority figures, people that are trying to help us keep some order and semblance in our life as things are changing and shifting very rapidly. On March 20th, Mars in Capricorn is going to conjunct Jupiter in Capricorn. So this is more motivating energy coming to us from the cosmos for manifestation and heightened energy and drive and wanting to really do what we need to do, aligning with that Saturn-Pluto conjunction. So this is definitely going to be about developments that we see in society, and with this coronavirus creating these new structures, we're definitely going to see some shifts in the financial arena, because we're not spending money, we're not making money. So change is inevitable, right? Activity will be heightened around the world as we're facing the impact now more on a global scale, because this is going to continue to spread, unfortunately. I mean, there's just not really anything we can do except slow it down. But that is the nature of a virus. It's to spread. But remember how strong you are. Use your inner wisdom and power to get shit done. Use your energy in a productive way, not to worry, not to be in fear and anxiety, because we can't really manifest when we're in these energetic states. We're not focused, we're in a frenzy. Take some time for yourself to have a few moments to get that emotional release, or maybe meditate or get quiet, whatever it is that you do to bring yourself back to center so that you can focus on solutions. Because the energy is here for us to make those shifts and changes. And we have time to make adjustments now, because as we approach the summer and we get ready for another round of eclipses, we're going to experience more life-changing events. So fun times ahead. On March 21st, Saturn moves into Aquarius. The last time Saturn was here was 1994. So if you can think back to that time, if you were old enough, what kind of changes to the structures took place in your world? Did you move? Maybe you got incarcerated, or some other sort of restrictive type event occurred in your life, or some major change or shift occurred in your life. I know in 1994 I started high school. Saturn in Aquarius is about innovation, and Saturn actually does well in Aquarius as Aquarius's ancient ruler, but this is definitely energy for reordering of the structures, acknowledging what needs to be done differently. Saturn rules time, manifestation. Saturn is also about karma. So a lot of people are going to experience karmic resets during this time. Remember, karma just is. It's cause and effect. So everybody's going to experience this differently. Some people's lives are going to get better. Some people's lives may get worse for a little while. But remember that whatever happens is always for our highest good, for our learning, our growth, and development. When we don't make the changes in our life that we have been guided to make, the universe will orchestrate and create situations to give us a push so that we begin to make the shifts. Really thinking outside of the box. What can we do differently? Working together as a community, as a people, joining in so that we can create this new and better world, this fifth dimensional world. On March 22nd, Mercury is going to sextile Uranus, so we can expect the unexpected. This is positive shifts and changes. I really feel like we're not going to have to experience a 3-week shutdown. I think that we're going to come up with some better solutions and things are going to get back to normal. We can look at China. They're already starting to resume some of their normal activities. So I really feel like we're going to have some positive communications and we're going to start to see people getting their lives back in order, definitely making some adjustments. Uranus is about awakenings, those aha moments. In Taurus, structures, consistency, reliability, which is not Uranian at all. So this is definitely going to be a day where we are feeling inspired. Venus is also going to sextile Neptune on the 22nd. So we're definitely feeling more in tune with how we can create lives for ourselves, for our loved ones that truly fulfill us, that are coming from our highest ideals, because Neptune rules our highest ideals. Neptune is also about illusions, delusions, escapism. So this could be a day where we're also kind of just over it. We're like, okay, it is what it is. Let me just relax and trust in the process and realize that this too shall pass, and that I'm not always in control. The reality is we're not in control at all. We're not doing anything. We're being done, right? We are spiritual beings having a human experience. So stay strong, stay connected during this time, and let's support one another, help one another as much as we can. But remember, as light workers, as way showers, it's important for us to protect our energy too. So make sure that you are doing your cleansing work, calling on Archangel Michael, wearing your crystals, whatever it is that you do to protect your energy. Because not everybody has the same intentions as you, and people are waking up and dealing with whatever it is they have to deal with. Remember, we're not the bag people. We're not the bag lady. We're not the bag man. We don't carry anybody else's load. People have to learn their lessons and deal with their own karma, and they will. And we're here to help them do that. We're not here to do it for them. So let's stay aligned, stay focused on our purposes, and do what we came here to do. It's time. Let's move on to the Oracle cards. And today I was led to the Psychic Tarot Oracle card deck by John Holland and the Oracle of the Fairies by Karen Kay. So we've got an interesting spread here. We've got Third Eye Chakra, we've got Celebration, Shine from Within, and Journey. This is about us trusting our intuition on this journey, using our spiritual skills, our connection to our higher self and our spirit team to give us guidance on this journey that we're taking into this new world. This is a time of celebration because we've been waiting on this time. Remember, things don't always happen the way that we think that they will. This Shine from Within card also is about us remembering that we are dealing with duality. If you notice, this fairy is in a dark shed. So be mindful of the fact that not everybody has the same intentions as you. Trusting in your journey also means trusting in the plans that you've made for yourself. Trusting that you have everything that you need to do what it is that you need to do. A lot of us are in a time right now where we're definitely having to make plans and focus. We're seeing the areas of our life where there could be some holes, right? Some areas where we need to tighten up. And it's such a time as this where these areas are revealed to us. But we have nothing to fear. We have nothing to be afraid of. We're being guided. We're being led on this journey. We're not going to be able to take everything with us. We've got to pack light. We're realizing, especially now, what's important and what isn't. What we can do without. That we have the inner resources. Shine from within. This is a time for us to really tap into those things that maybe we forgot about. Those things that we're passionate about. Those things that light us up. And these are going to be the things that help you on this journey. That help you to stay grounded. That help you to stay focused. That help you to stay positive in spite of what's going on. Let's move on to the angel number. And the number that came up was 516. This is a very practical number, which is a message from the angels that says, whatever changes you're making right now, will ensure your monetary and financial needs are met. Trust these changes are for your highest good and that they're all to divine plan. And trust that any obstacles will be overcome and all problems will be resolved. The angels are here to assist you with any of the major life changes that you are going through, to stay brave and courageous and know that better is on the way. Let's move on to the spirit animal. And once again, the pig showed up. We know pigs are about being resourceful and compassionate and honorable. Pigs are also about expecting abundance. Right? Just because we're going through what we're going through right now doesn't mean that we forget about our birthright, that we're here to prosper and be abundant. And these shifts and changes that are occurring in our lives and in the collective are happening because we've got to release the old. All of these old structures have to go in order for the new to come in. And when I think of pigs, I think of like fertilizer and farms and, all of these things, the resources that we have, the things that are at our disposal. When people have farms, they're typically very resourceful people. And this could be about us getting back to those types of habits and activities, those things that we do on a daily basis to make sure that we're good. Like meditation, practicing good nutrition, those rituals that we have, those things that we do to help us feel inspired and connected. The pig is also here to help us get through these murky situations and still have a playful spirit. The pig is also great for helping us stand on our own 2 feet to weather the storms. The pig also roots around in our soul and helps us find those inner opportunities to show gratitude for what we have and to connect to our community. So When the pig shows up, that means our lives are about to flourish. Remember that whatever we're going through right now is temporary, and that it will pass, and that all is well. Let's move on to the crystals. So we have black tourmaline and turquoise on deck. Purification, protection, and renewal. Black tourmaline, as we know, is one of my favorite premier grounding and protection crystals. It's going to be great against protecting you from dark energy and living in confined spaces and atmospheres where there's a lot of fear. So we're dealing with that right now as a lot of us are being asked to stay inside. Black tourmaline is also great for removing pollutants and electromagnetic stress and radiation from cell phones and computers and electronic equipment. Turquoise is great for protecting us from exhaustion, depression. If you suffer from panic attacks, or maybe you have some form of psychosis, this is also a great stone for boosting your immune system, supporting you in assimilating nutrients, and alleviating pollution and viral infections. So definitely encourage you to get some turquoise right now. Turquoise is also great for assisting in problem solving and helps with problems with the eyes and the throat and brain. So using these two stones together is great for protection against theft of all kinds. And turquoise with black tourmaline will also help you to stay grounded. Even though turquoise is a third eye chakra stone, it helps to ground those higher energies into practical thought forms that you can use to create the physical changes that you need to in your life. These two stones will also help you with, like I mentioned, boosting your immunity and restoring depleted energy and balance and peace. And it'll also help you to, with these two stones together, recognizing any sources of unhappiness in your life that you may have overlooked, those hidden things. So definitely use these two stones together if you have them available, but even using them individually will provide you with protection and grounding energies.